My little babies.
A cornucopia of portafilters, Gail.
Okay, yeah. We're going to tell you what the difference is between non-pressurized and pressurized portafilter and why you would want one over the other.
And we also have some other dudes in the mix, too. We've got
We got the singles and the doubles and the bottomless portafilter.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, so once you... Naked! Little naked nudie.
Rated R.
I think that's X. It doesn't have a bottom one, Gail. All right, let's talk about why you would want these, what they do, all that jazz.
Okay, so on machines that are pretty much foolproof and it's easy, user friendly, pressurized.
Okay.
And there's different types of pressurized. Like this is the Seiko brand where it is pressurized not in the basket. It's a conventional basket. But that little hole right there pops open.
Okay.
And forces the coffee through there. And so it regulates the flow and it also adds a little bit of air to it, making crema.
Can I say, regulate this?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it compensates for the grind of the coffee not being right on.
Got it.
So that's why it's user friendly. You can actually get pre-ground espresso grind at the grocery store and use it, and you'll get a decent shot.
You could also use a grinder that isn't necessarily made for espresso if you have one at home.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
I remember my first one was, hate to admit it, a blade grinder.
Keep
with
going,
a machine a
Gail.
lot like this, and I was like, shake, 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 shake. Right? This is before I was in the business.
Yes.
So this is another one from Compresso that it's regulated here. It comes through this one hole here, goes through many holes here, comes out one instead of the one hole like in the Aroma.
So that one you could possibly get a basket and turn it to non-pressurized?
Yeah, if you can get a basket to fit it.
Yeah.
Wonder what would happen if we took these screws off and took this out. What's under there?
I don't know.
That's another experiment.
Exactly.
And this, one of the nice things about this, I know it has this that hooks it so that you can, when you're knocking it out, it keeps it there. But it also has a little, you can't get it out unless you line up that nubbin with that groove.
Oh, cool.
So that's kind of cool. So you
Can
can
go flying across the room.
Yeah, so you could actually turn it, and it tries to come out. No luck. Okay, so that's now Seiko does the Serena. This is another pressurized system. It comes with this little support that goes down in here, the little nubbin. You put that down in here, and you have to line up these with the spouts.
Okay. Otherwise,
there's a hole on each side.
Okay. So it wouldn't work otherwise?
It doesn't work very well. Let's
Okay.
put it that way. So that's one thing we don't talk about very much. And then this rubber disc goes in there as well, and this makes the pressurized system. You can't probably see it, but there's a teeny weeny hole in the center of this rubber disc.
Yes.
Can you see that when I do that?
I can.
That's where you're forcing it through. So
And the hole is supposed to be there, Gail.
yes, it is. And it's supposed to be free of gunk.
I had somebody call reporting that they had a defective one.
Had a hole in it?
Because it had a hole in it. It took about 20 minutes to convince them, no, it's supposed to be
That's the way
there.
it's supposed to be. And then you put the basket in on top of it.
So on that guy...
This is pressurized. If you take those two pieces out, the rubber disc and the little nubbin, turns into non-pressurized.
Nice.
So you have versatility there. So you could actually then get fussy about the grind of your coffee and make this a little better shot.
Dial it in and all that jazz.
that
So
takes care of
that's
those.
pressurization.
Yep.
So if I do convert that or use all these guys, that's non-pressurized.
These are non-pressurized. Now, all you have is a basket that has no little spot in the bottom. Just a basket. And the portafilter, which this is what they look like after you use them for a while.
Yes.
It's the brass. It's not bad. This just goes directly down to the spouts, and out she comes. No pressurization whatsoever. You are going to do the regulation with the grind of the coffee in your tamp.
Got it.
Now you got to get a little more fussy, but better shot.
Yes. And so that's a double. Then we have the single here.
And a smaller basket, see?
And people have asked, yes, you can use your double basket in here if you want.
Sure you can.
If you want your double shot to just go down one spout.
Yeah, sure, it'll go in there. Ow. Don't hurt yourself, Gail. Come back to work. tomorrow with another cast on.
Gail, I know we're coming up to another company party. We're getting ready to injure Gail again.
I was thinking about it. Yeah, I was thinking about it. It's been a year. So yeah, you can put that in there.
Yeah.
Now that's with any machine like an E61 brew head. It's going to have this type of portafilter.
A single spouter too.
Single or, yeah, and it's going to have non-pressurized.
Okay.
This is a bottomless portafilter. And
The little naked nudie.
the little naked one. This is our risque model. They slice the bottom right out of it, as you can see. Triple basket comes with it. Goes down in there. Now, again, this is non-pressurized. You're going to have to get fussy about the grind of the coffee.
Yeah.
You're going to end up with a much more crema, and it doesn't go through the metal, so you have a little better flavor and heat retention.
Okay. And
It's a learning tool, too.
yeah.
So if you have it packed properly, tamped, and evenly distributed, which very seldom happens for me, it will start to come out all around the outside, all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then come into show this over here, Kat. It'll come to a cone like that photograph.
Yeah.
If you can see that.
Now, if it's not though, the consequence is spurtiness. It's messy.
Well, this even when it's coming out good can have a little bit of a mist coming off of it.
Yeah, but
More
a lot of
often.
people will say this is so messy, blah 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 blah, and that's really like channeling.
Yes.
Clumps.
It's telling you something's wrong.
Yeah.
And it's a good learning tool. Because
Exactly.
if you're not getting it like that and coming into a nice cone in the center and at the right velocity and all, you can see it. You can see what you're doing wrong. Well, you just go like this. To watch it.
And you don't need to do a triple. You could put your double
Yeah.
in there if you wanted to.
Yep, the
if you
double
didn't
fit-
need a triple shot.
Yep, the double fits right
If
in
you're
there.
not cray
Or this
like
single
me.
here. Can you imagine?
We have talked about, and we attempted to do a single shot video story. We have not done it yet, Gail. I think we got to do it. Gail perfecting the single shot.
You can't make me go there.
Okay,
up
so
here.
that's
Up
kind of
here.
the story behind portafilters, and every manufacturer has something a little different. They're not all the same. Like one big thing is they may be the same size, but the little dudes won't
These little
line
tabs?
up. Yeah.
On some of them, like I think it's the Lamar's Opals that way. Nope, it's not. Pasquini is. The tabs will be offset like this.
Yeah, the Nova Simonellis are too.
The distance, this will be different. The thickness will be different. So
Yeah.
they're not interchangeable like people would like to have them be. And baskets are not always interchangeable either. The lips on the top might be different. and
Yeah.
It just won't fit your machine. It won't seal. It'll leak all over, or else it just won't go in.
So it's not only about just diameter. You've also got to check your
Right.
where it locks in the portafilter in the
Yep.
brew head, and then your basket.
Everything has got to line up, or the stars, stars got to line up, or you're not going to get a good shot. You're not going to get nothing.
You're going to get a bunch of water over the top, and then you're going to complain and hate yourself for making a poor decision in your life.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, that's what the deal is, why I have issues. It's those poor decisions in my life. Okay,
Around portafilters. Okay, cool. So,
That's-
anything else you want to talk about with these guys? We should say also pods.
Oh, yeah, you can use pods with the pressurized ones. Most pressurized machines, pressurized portafilters that come in machines, are pod compatible.
And why won't they work in like a standard?
Well, this pod sits in here and it doesn't go up tight enough to the brew head to seal, and then the water goes over the side.
Because they basically are like tea bags, so you end up just getting like water. You get tea.
Yeah, it goes around the edges instead of going through the coffee.
Yeah. So when you have this pressurization, though,
You put it in the single basket, and it's meant for it.
okay,
It's meant to put it up against the brew head and makes the water go down through the
and the water
tea
can
bag.
hang out longer.
Coffee bag.
Yeah, coffee tea bag. Okay, cool. All right,
I don't know of
Gail.
anything else. I know these are something like this one needs cleaning, I can see. Kafiza,
Yeah, you got to keep them clean.
they get gunky.
That's one thing is that if you're tasting some gnarly shots, that's something to look at, because you can get this can build up and then
Let me talk about this just for a second, if we have a second. This is one from La Marzocco that they came up with. It's solid stainless steel. And the premise behind it is it's not supposed to get all gunky down in there, and your shots will taste better if you aren't doing all your maintenance properly.
It's not as gunky, but it also is a wipe and
Yeah.
you could just wipe it easily
Yeah.
out.
Here, I got a dirty paper towel sitting here. Look at that. But this costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
Check it out. Yep.
it does.
Alrighty.
Okay. Are we ready to wrap it?
Ready to rock and roll and get on to our day.
Thanks, Gail.
You're welcome.